For, like, ever, the big dream in AI has been to build something that can really think, like with deep, complex reasoning. Well, today we're going to talk about a huge leap forward on that exact quest.
And it all kind of boils down to this one deceptively simple question. It might sound a bit like sci-fi, right? But trying to answer this has actually led to one of the most incredible breakthroughs AI has ever seen.
Okay, so to really get why this is a huge deal, you first have to understand why math is, well, it's the ultimate test. It's the Mount Everest of reasoning for any mind, whether it's human or machine.
I mean, just think about it, right? When we talk, a little ambiguity is fine. Or when an AI looks at a picture, close enough is often good enough. But math? No way. In math, there is no close enough. Every single step, every little piece of a proof has to be 100% logical and provably correct. It's this super high bar of absolute truth. And honestly, that's something most AIs have really struggled with.
And that right there brings us to the big wall that stopped traditional AI models from conquering that mathematical peak. It's a fundamental flaw in how they were taught to think in the first place.
So here's the problem in a nutshell. Most AI models, they're trained on just tons and tons of human-written stuff, so they get amazing at spotting patterns and spitting out answers that look right. But here's the catch. They can't actually guarantee they are right. A real mathematical proof isn't about copying something that looks good. It's about building this unbreakable chain of logic step by step from scratch.
So, to bridge that gap between just imitating and actually creating, well, that required a whole new kind of AI. And that's where we get to meet AlphaProof.
Okay, so what in the world is grounded reasoning? Well, instead of just memorizing what a million human solutions look like, this AI learns the actual rules of the game, the rules of math itself. It learns through trial and error. It tries something, and it gets feedback, not from a human, but from a system that checks if its logic holds up. It's literally learning how to reason, not just how to copy an answer.
The magic formula here really has two key ingredients. First, everything is done in a special, formal language, where every single step can be checked for perfect logic. And second, it uses something called reinforcement learning. That lets the AI just explore and figure out what works. Kind of like how you or I would fiddle with a puzzle until we solve it. You put those two together and bam, you get an AI that can actually reason.
And this whole approach, it's not coming out of nowhere. It's actually built on an incredible legacy. AlphaProof is from the same family tree as AlphaZero. The AI that completely mastered super complex games like Go and chess. So this whole idea of learning by doing, by experiencing, it's got a serious track record for solving ridiculously hard problems.
Okay, but training an AI is one thing. What happens when you throw a problem at it that's so ridiculously hard it seems impossible? I mean, even with all that great training. Well, that's where AlphaProof's secret weapon comes in. And this is the real challenge, right? For those insane Olympiad-level problems, just being smart isn't enough. The AI needed something extra, like a sudden flash of inspiration right when it's staring down a super tough problem.
And the solution is just wow. It's an amazing ability called test-time reinforcement learning. Basically, it's the AI's power to train itself on the spot in real time, right as it's trying to solve the problem.
Let me put it this way. Imagine a chess champion is staring at the board, about to make the move of the game. Now, what if, in that single moment, they could play out millions of similar chess puzzles to get a deeper feel for the position? That's pretty much what AlphaProof does. When it gets stuck, it just creates millions of slightly different but related problems for itself, learns from all of them instantly, and then uses that brand new insight on the original problem. It's this incredible on-the-fly adaptation.
All right, so armed with this new superpower, AlphaProof was finally ready for the ultimate test. And the stage for the showdown? None other than the world's toughest, most prestigious high school math competition, the International Mathematical Olympiad.
The IMO, this is the big one. It's the peak of math before college. The problems are legendarily hard, designed to stump the most brilliant young mathematicians in the world. It was the absolute perfect place to see if an AI could really compete. And the results? They were just mind-blowing. The AlphaProof system focused on the non-geometry problems, and it managed to solve 3 out of the 5. And get this, one of those was the problem that everyone agreed was the single hardest question in the entire competition. But wait, here's the real headline. When you take this incredible reasoning system and pair it up with another model that's an expert in geometry, the combined system scored high enough to win a silver medal. A silver medal against the best human students in the world. Just let that sink in for a second.
For the first time ever, an AI didn't just compete, it performed at a medal-winning level at the IMO. This isn't just a small step up, it's a giant, historic leap for all of artificial intelligence.
So, okay, who cares about medals and contests, right? Why does this really matter? Well, this is a huge turning point. It signals this massive shift in what we can expect from AI. We're moving away from AI that just imitates to AI that can actually genuinely reason in a way we can trust.
What this does is it opens the door to having AI partners we can actually rely on. Just imagine an AI collaborator helping mathematicians crack theorems that have been unsolved for hundreds of years. Or in engineering, double-checking complex designs to make sure they're safe. Even in classrooms, creating personalized learning tools for students. See, this was never just about solving a few hard math problems. It's about building an AI that can help us tackle some of our biggest, toughest challenges. So in the end, this whole thing doesn't just answer the question, can an AI win a math medal? It asks a new, way more exciting question. Now that AI is starting to pass what might be humanity's ultimate test of reasoning, what are the really big, world-changing problems we're going to solve together next?